I've been watching this particular YouTuber for a while, and although his content has had a big part in helping me become better at Jiu-Jitsu, the question still remained. Are they good at Jiu-Jitsu? When I first started watching their videos, I was a doubter. A lot of the people they were rolling against were of lower belt level, and from this came my doubtfulness. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing some rolling footage and determining once and for all if they are good. So obviously, if you can't read or you're blind, then you should know by now that the guy I'm talking about is Jordan Teaches Jiu-Jitsu. So the first one we're going to watch is against this guy, who is a judo black belt, and I also have to keep the volume low, copyright reasons, so let's check it out. So this guy, just keep in mind, this guy is significantly bigger than Jordan, it appears to be.
Nope.
So he's trying to hit a nice little foot sweep.
Nope.
Which, if you guys don't implement foot sweeps in your arsenal, then it's something you can definitely do. It's something that's a little lower percentage. If you hit it right, you can really catch someone off guard with it. It can be useful if you're not able to wrestle them down. But let's keep watching. So here the guy goes for like a fake, some sort of fake, and Jordan reacts appropriately. He has a pretty good grip. Collar grips in gi jiu-jitsu are essential because that's how you control them, you can block them, you can bring them closer. And here he goes for a single leg, which is a pretty good single leg, but this guy's just too big, man. See, he's tight to the hip, but the guy's just too big. He's like, all right, let me not wrestle this big boy. So he just takes it to a knee, and then he's trying to go for the back. But the guy has a really good belt grip on him, which is not allowing him to go to where he wants to go. It looks like he could have gone for his far hip and then perhaps done something from there, but let's check it out. The grips aren't that good unless you're a powerhouse like this guy. Here he goes for his crossface. He always talks about how important the crossface is and exactly what he's doing. He's trying to throw him over, but Jordan does a good job preventing that. This guy is big. When you're going against big guys like this, that's one of the main things you gotta look out for, is being flipped over, because they can literally just bench press you. And this kid's a big boy. Jordan is doing a good job of staying tight, but also being aware of the threat of being bench pressed off. And then he slides into, and see, he gets caught. Ooh, that guy is strong as hell. So in the transition is when he took advantage of that. That's when you're most vulnerable, is when you're trying to advance your position, right? Because you're opening space, and he capitalizes that and uses his big boy strength to just literally push him off. Like, a lot of people say strength doesn't play a factor into it, but it most definitely does. Okay, let's skip the ad, keep watching. So now Jordan got flipped over, so let's see how he tries to fix the situation. So he tried to go for almost a reverse underhook, which is good because he was going to get flattened out if he allowed the big boy to get the underhook on him. And now he's flattened out, which is not good. Let's see if he goes for the back, if this guy goes for the back or not. And he turtles up, and then he just sits through to half guard. And the guy has a crossface. Well, he's trying to go for the crossface here. So let's see how Jordan plays out. And I think he's trying to go for, what's it called? What's that? The elevator sweep, or some people call it different names, but it's an elevator sweep. And yeah, that's a big boy. That's not going to happen. Or the John Wayne sweep, as some people call it as well. Yeah, that's a big boy. That's not happening. I wonder how much this guy weighs, because seeing that, what just happened, this guy has to at least weigh 230 at the least. I think Jordan weighs like 190 or something. So now this is a good guard, I think, when you're playing against a bigger opponent, is using your feet, because your feet are very powerful. Your feet and also your legs, obviously. So now this is perfect. This is still a common mistake that a lot of people do, is getting overextended. And this is a perfect way of using your feet, of using your powerful legs. See how you can even lift a 300-pound monster like this guy easily with his legs. He just takes control. That smile on his face when he did it was awesome. This guy, the blue belt obviously isn't that technical, but you see how he's framing, and then he just easily passes, because this guy isn't doing a good job of preventing the pass. And I think he's in mount now. Do you see how he's stuck to him, but he's also being very careful of not being shaken off or bench pressed off. And then he almost gets bench pressed off, but he didn't have really good grips. Excuse me. So it's almost like he's not fully committing to being too connected to him, because of the possibility of being rolled over as well. And he goes for a collar choke to get him to extend his arm, but he managed to do a good job of hiding his elbow to the mat. So let's see how Jordan takes care of this. See, and when you want to prevent somebody from getting up, obviously they got to use their feet to get up. So this is what he did, is he was controlling his pant. He had a strong pants grip. But this is a good video of showing how jiu-jitsu actually works against bigger people. And this guy is definitely significantly bigger than Jordan. He's doing a good job of controlling him. His grips are very controlling. That's one thing you gotta notice about his grip placement. And he hasn't been able to get much offense because of the sheer strength of this guy. And now it looks like he's gonna finally get some offense in. So he's like, all right, get up, big boy. It's time to get up. And then he turtles up. Perfect opportunity to go for the back. And this is where you want the big guys. This is exactly where you want the big guys. When they're on their back, their strength is really nullified. So now it's an even playing field. From here, he's going for the collar, for a collar grip. I think he's going for a bow and arrow, and I think he got it. Yeah, at that point, it's pretty much over. I want to see if this guy can use his monster strength to... Nah, he's done. And then he taps. Okay, cool. And that's the end of this video. So let's check out the next video. Obviously, we can tell that Jordan knows what he's doing, even if it's against some monster guy. So in this video, he's going against other YouTuber who is JiuJitsu. And this guy is also really good. He's also a competitor. So here we can see that he made a little bit of a technical mistake. So I think, I'm not sure if they're the same size or not, but here he leaves his leg off, open a little too much. And the guy tries to use that to his advantage, maybe pull him into some sort of a guard, but he couldn't. So now we see here that Jordan is obviously always going for the underhook. He goes on the hook other side. He might have been able to go for a knee slide or something of that nature. And here he's trying to pass his guard and now connect to him. But he does a good job of elevating him and then getting him back. So you see how JiuJitsu is getting his legs on the inside. That's something very important when playing guard, is always having your legs on the inside. And here he gets a good little shoulder crunch on him, and let's see if he capitalizes. Jordan's doing a good job of negating that. I think this video really shows Jordan's skill level. Just how swift, and look at that. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Let's rewatch that one more time, and how quick he switches to. So one moment he's there. JiuJitsu's trying to get up, and then he has a pretty good grip on his legs. Jordan says, nah, F that, I'm out of here. And he kind of takes a little neck dive. But he's like, nah, give me that neck, boy. And then he goes for his neck, and then he has a powerful front head from there, and he manages to get on top. Beautiful, beautiful transition. But unfortunately, he manages to have to regard him. Chewy, I think his name is, hasn't been a pretty dominant position from my perspective. But Jordan, oh my God, so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Let's watch that one more time. So here, he has an underhook on him. He has inside position, and Jordan says, all right, let me go for that neck again, boy. And then he goes for the front head. And this time, he didn't allow it. So Chewy fixed his mistake from last time where he allowed him to get into it by using that underhook. See how powerful the underhook is? And then he still has an underhook. And then, all right. And now I think we finally got to watch some wrestling. So let's watch. So right now they're hand fighting. He goes for a nice little arm drag. And honestly, arm drags are hard to hit. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not using the arm drag to transition into a single leg or a double, then they're honestly really hard to just arm drag, and then go behinds are hard. So be wary of that. Another one thing I want to say about that I've said before, but in regards to wrestling, a lot of jiu-jitsu people are scared to shoot. That should be like one of the main missions when you first start wrestling for jiu-jitsu, is getting over that fear of shooting. If you were like me, I was scared of shooting. But the more you lose that fear, the better, more confident you become of actually shooting and getting good shots. If when you're first starting out, shoot. Okay, so here we see our Jordan play guard, and then Chewy tries to go around, but he gets caught in close guard. So this is pretty competitive so far. It seems like they're not that far off matched. I would like to know if they're of similar size or not. It's hard to tell. Okay, so we see here Chewy does a good job of of getting back, not letting get his legs caught. Here Jordan's in the vulnerable position. He's flattened out. He doesn't have the underhook. He barely has a half guard. And then Jordan's trying to fight for the underhook, but can't. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. He's protecting the crossface hand, which is essential to do when you're doing this. He's trying to open up that arm for the for the underhook, which I've never seen, but it is really effective when you go on a 2-on-1 grip to force the underhook. He tries to go for a body lock pass, and then Jordan manages to off balance him using the butterfly hook, and now he has an underhook. Let's see if they do some wrestling or not. I know that Jordan's actually pretty good at wrestling, so I like watching Jordan wrestle. He's a good wrestler. Pushes him onto his back. Jordan gets inside position. It's all about inside position when you're playing guard. He manages to hit a Toriando on him. Let's see what happens here. So he hits it, and then Jordan uses all his frames. He retracts. He high legs over and manages to regard him. Ouch, that could have been dangerous. Now they're back where they started. Like I said, this is pretty evenly matched. So I'd definitely say they're of pretty similar skill level. Although Jordan has had the more advantageous positions. So he has sort of an underhook, but an underhook like that is almost nullified a little bit. But uses it to get up, and now he has him in a body lock. Perfect. That was fire. Let's watch that one more time. Nice. So now he takes his back, and now Chewy's pretty much out of this back escape. But let's see what Jordan manages to do. He manages to bring him to the other side, which is a good option, but he can't get his top hook in. Chewy's doing a good job of doing that. I think that here, there's not really that much threat of a choke as long as you control the primary hand. And now he has a 2-on-1 grip, which is powerful. It's very unlikely that you're going to get choked when you have a 2-on-1 grip. So now he has no upper body control. Okay, he goes for the underhook immediately, but he's too overextended. When you're too overextended like this, let's take a look. See how he has to overextend? Don't use his underhook. Go for the legs. Basically underhook the legs, in other words. Now he's going to try to wrestle up, but nothing happened. Yeah, they're funny. That was good. That was a good match. So, if you're a skeptic like myself, then after watching this video at least, you should be a skeptic no more. I can honestly say out of all the YouTuber jiu-jitsu guys, besides the pros, he is definitely one of the highest level jiu-jitsu guys I have ever seen. Like I said in the beginning, I was skeptic. I didn't really want to believe that he was actually good, but I watched a lot of his rolling footage, and this guy is honestly a monster. And his wrestling is clean too. So a big up to Jordan for all his work and all his content he's put in. It's been super educational, not only for me, but for a lot of us. So I want to say thank you for that. And yeah, guys, so he gets 2 thumbs up because he's clean and mean and a fighting machine. So thank you guys for watching.